today is going to be played between Burrito and EGR.
Frozen Guard will be the third map selected. EGR need to make a stand, but this was the very first map we saw play today where Buddy made that initial misplay, advancing too far as Ruckus. Team EGR have to have made their adjustments by now, and it's coming down to the wire for them. 4-1 shutouts for Burrito in map 1 and map 2 on Serpent Beach and Timber Mill. How did EGR come back from this deficit?
A better draft.
A better draft?
I think they just got slaughtered in the draft in that previous game. It felt like Burrito got everything that they wanted. EGR having to take their time, really think about what they wanted. It was very obvious when it came time to pick for Burrito there. The Grover not quite hitting the mark. Just not a lot of healing, not a lot of front line to heal.
And whilst there are long lines of sight on Timber Mill, the previous map for Grover to get a lot of bonus damage off on, the problem is there's so much verticality that most players are far away from the Grover, who has to then vine back up to them to be able to drop that healing onto the team. And that's why we saw from Orion not much healing actually achieved. Early Cauterized 2 pickup as well from Fernando basically shuts that down if you can get into the back line. So a lot of positional just misawareness coming through from EGR there. They can't allow their Grover to get near that Fernando in any circumstance.
It was a very one-dimensional composition. They were trapped. They had to fight from far away on the high ground there. They didn't have any flankers to pursue any low HP targets, and that was a big thing for Burrito. Spunky was able to heal up so many of his homies as they were able to find the retreat, and taking fights on their own terms almost every single time was Burrito.
And you can find so many angles to do that on Timber Mill as Maldamba. You can sit on an entirely different rooftop to your team, throw gourds down and getting that arc shot onto the low ground for maybe some frontliners, get your hit scan heals with Mending Spirits out onto your allies up and around the map. So healing 2 different areas at once, demonstrating why Maldamba is such a valuable pickup currently in this LAN meta and in recent weeks of tournament play online as well.
Yeah, Makona's chosen, having such a strong teamfight ultimate as well. Once the Cauterizes come online, he still brings probably the most crowd control of any support, rivaled only by Pip with his reload stun, with the Dread Serpent, controlling so much space on these teamfight. Damage amp also comes along with Dread Serpent. That's a little known kind of tidbit, little extra thrown in there by the man Dry Bear himself.
And that can allow you to really break open a team fight. Yeah, apply that damage amplification to everybody, you throw in a big team fight ultimate, and boom, everybody blows up like dynamite. This next draft, though, from EGR must also be dynamite if they want to have a chance at staying in the series. Burrito, first pick again. I'm expecting Makoa, and I don't think that Burrito are going to disappoint in any way.
2-0 lead Burrito in this series. This is their chance to close things out and make a statement that EU is the superior region to North America. EGR have taken their time with these 2 response picks here. Fernando is going to be hovered. Would be surprised to see that Eevee always a strong pick, especially in this series.
Team EGR not letting themselves go without frontline this time, and Eevee as well. That's definitely not going to lazy. They say, give that to me. We don't want the Winter Witch going back to the player which runs this champion so well. But this allows Burrito to once again opt into Charlene Cassie, so they have double bows, they have double long line of sight damage with no damage fall off, and Charlene's counter EV potential that worked so well previously.
So important here on Frozen Guard as well, to be able to lock down those long line of sights, but EGR are looking to have some long range play as well as they lock in Kinessa. Ruckus Maldamba very likely to be one of the 2 response picks for Burrito to round out their composition.
And it really needs to be. You don't want to give Maldamba over to Team EGR. We're still waiting on the draft to come through. That Maldamba has been a favorite of Spunky's for a long time now. Buck will be picked up by Burrito here, and I actually like this pickup more than Androxus to complement the Maldamba. You can go into the backline, dive into Kinessa. Androxus, whilst they're quite mobile, they only have Nether Step to close the gap, which means that they are quite vulnerable in the air, potentially, to the Kinessa, who can shut them down with a couple of successive shots. Grok is being hovered for the support for Team EGR. We saw Grover a second ago, but it will be Grover locked in, and that, at this point, doesn't really come as any surprise. Nicely supplementing the composition on Frozen Guard, as we saw Abyss draft earlier today, but we'll have to see if Team EGR can pull it out to the same extent which the Australian team did.
And they played it very well here. Similar draft from Burrito this time around. Grover going to be able to shut down that Shaolin at long range. Cassie, depending on the range that she is played at, but Lazy likes to get in there and mix it up. I think everyone in Burrito likes to kind of mix it up as Cassie, not really play from too far away.
And when you consider the fact that you have these players on Burrito who pick up Cassie and roll them straight into the backline, it's not just one flanker you have to deal with on Burrito from the form of Buck, it is Cassie as well. Expect these two to be going in together as a clean-up pair. You set them up, I knock them down will be the storyline for Burrito, but so much of this comes down to Team EGR, and I feel like the Grover crippling throws. If Cassie and Buck make an engagement, if they can be locked down by this cripple, it might allow Team EGR to turn the tide of battle, pick up an early kill, keep their Kinessa alive, who can then drop damage onto the objective from range.
Yeah, definitely a good look for Chain CC there. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Burrito, Esports, Theo, Makoa, Spunky on Maldamba, Bird on Buck, Bonker on Shaolin, and Lazy on Cassie.
Their opponents, Team EGR with Z1 Unknown on EV. Bitey takes Ruckus again. Shady Shades on Kinessa. Nimble picked up as well. Arai on Grover once again. And Wi-Fi on Fernando. A couple of cauterizers too. Looking to shut down the healing early. But Bonker and Lazy want to take out Shields with their double wrecker early pickup.
Looking at Bird right now is Shady Shades. Misses the first shot. Bird doing a good job staying hidden despite them knowing exactly where he is. Heroic Leap comes off cooldown and he leaps off to safety.
But Bird is providing so much distraction for the side of Burrito so far. Doesn't matter as Shady Shades picks up Bonker for first blood. Bitey is getting brought down very low. They're being protected and healed up by the Grover all the while. And now Team EGR will make their advance towards the objective, whilst Burrito seem more occupied with the peripheral areas this fight.
Absolutely. Team EGR not giving any reason not to, taking their time with this team fight, want to soften Burrito before moving in for the kill. Lazy rolls in, a lot of burst damage coming from the Bow Twins.
But that was Shady Shades being so preoccupied, so tunnel vision onto trying to take out Cassie that they missed the Shaolin coming back in. And meanwhile on the backline, 2 kills for Buck. Bird picks up a double. Spunky cleans up Bitey as well. And Burritos swing the team fight back into their favor.
51% on the point, however, for Team EGR. Burrito quickly closing that gap. Bird keeping things staggered for Team EGR. Not going to be able to escape this icy cavern, however, and he will be frozen to death.
And with Bird not on the table, we'll be waiting on respawns for both teams to come through. Burrito climbing upwards of 80% on cap so far. Cassie pushing out to zone. Somebody has to make it to the objective. We're just going to sit on the dredge anchor, waiting to come through, and the shields go up, but nobody's on the point. EGR give that one up for free. Charge was available.
Absolutely stylish jump hook there from Theo, winding up the snake stun long range, almost actually connects there. Spunky with the blind toss, narrowly missing. Lazy getting it done, however, on to Bitey. 2 minutes remain on the push. Good positioning right now from Shady Shades to apply some pressure, but it's going to be Bonker with the impale stun. Bonker with the follow-up.
Bonker has their own setup and knocks them down as well, looking for a cleanup kill onto Arai, but Bird is already there. And Bird is playing like a vacuum cleaner right now, just mopping up kill and vacuuming up kill after kill after kill, waiting for Evie to blink back. Does not happen. Z1 Unknown will survive. Oh, Bitey almost dredged into danger there. That would have been almost certain doom. And Bird getting ready to advance again in with Heroic Leap onto Kinessa. Buckwild is available. Maybe not used though, as the Carbine Headhunter shots do rain the damage through.
And 225 per for those shots as well, so nothing to scoff at right now. Spring has come. Theo be forced to back off. Lazy in a rough spot. Absolutely blasted by Hexafire.
But that was the Hexafire baited out. Look at Bird still sitting on their Buckwild ultimate. Bonker on Heat Haze still. And Spunky very close to Dread Serpent. This is advantage for Burrito Esports. They could easily push this payload through at this point as long as they don't get staggered. But Team EGR are going to make sure that is the case. Forcing themselves out very far forwards, looking for some conversion on this damage. But Bitey falls to Bonker. And this could be the opportunity that Burrito were waiting for.
Spunky clapping his hands in the air as he does pick up Wi-Fi. Bonkers Shaolin is absolutely nonsense, but backdoored is EGR, just not having the wherewithal. Bird having the presence of mind to go ahead and sneak that one given the opportunity. That is a play that's going to tell EGR.
Backdoor Buck. I love it. Although Buckwild was used right at the end of that fight, they're likely just to confirm that payload push to go through, resetting cooldowns. But that certainly wasn't something Team EGR were expecting. And this just demonstrates again, we saw it on Shady Shades on Kinessa, tunnel vision for the team in red. They were so focused on taking down Maldamba, from taking down as well Makoa, that they didn't focus on the objective, and objectives win games.
2-0 lead. Burrito putting themselves in a great position here to close out this set. Maldamba very far ahead of Grover in terms of healing, but Cauterize 2 now coming online for Arai, going to help to shut down some of that at least for now. Record 2 as well online for Bonker, who's sitting at 5-1, playing lights out.
Watch out for the Dread Serpent setup. Spunky is waiting. Spunky is ready into the backline, does blink. Z1 Unknown trying to find Charlene. Shady Shades took out Bonker already, however. This should be advantage to Team EGR, but they were at an advantage previously and did get shut down. Careful positioning will maybe give them an edge this time around, as Theo does get poked out very low and is surely going to fall, but the great Dread Serpent peel comes through and Spunky takes out 2 already, looking for a 3rd one. The stun is ready, long range shot, no. Lazy steals it away, but still objective control to Team EGR.
This is how you separate yourself as a support player. Big plays coming out from Lazy. Double kill for Bird. He gets them both with the Goomba Stomp.
I brought Slam Jam action. I feel like we're watching a basketball movie here as Bird goes up, dunks down for the double kill, and is ready again with Heroic Leap to jump straight into the backline. Kness is pushing further forwards. You're now in range of that Buck danger, but Bird will be electing to retreat here, no doubt. No! Taken out by Shady Shades, but still buying time for Burrito, who are 80% and rising. Fernando in a position to get back on the objective. Wi-Fi, you've got to make the plays.
Spunky with a nice long-range stun there. Lazy cleaning up the reinforcements. EGR are going to get some capture progress here, but I believe they're going to lose this team fight in space. Lazy picks up one in the back line, goes down. No, he's able to be saved by Theo, who picked up Shady Shades. Bird holding down the point capture, just wants to contest EGR, doesn't want to get them let 2 back into this game.
Overtime is ticking, however. We did see Ruckus advance towards the objective, but very quickly melted by Bonker and planted. Arai returning a kill just doesn't really cut the metal here, as they are shut down by Bird. 3-0 are Burrito Esports in game 3. It looks like Team EGR are looking at a very uphill battle to try and pull themselves back into this set.
And a very aggressive transporter from Shady Shades, punished immediately. Bird bouncing all around the high ground, back to the low ground, extremely low though. Bitey will clean him up. Spunky pushing the payload, just trying to reinforce where he can, but still so much space created for them to push initially.
Lazy again, very aggressive in the front line, but Bonkar is the one escorting the payload currently, utilizing Charlin's long line of sight damage, and is now being pressured by Eevee. Bitey gets stunned to all, but no further damage confirmed off the setup from Impaler Arrow, and Bonkar will retreat to wait for their team to respawn. And it's this, how do we say this? This defensive mindset from Burrito, which allows them to run away with games. They don't engage until they're ready, but the engagement time is now.
These long-range impales with the planted follow-up is just devastating Team EGR right now. You don't feel like you're in range of being killed, but Bonker showing otherwise.
And you can see that to save the 2 frontliners, Arai pulls out Whirlwind from Grover, heals up their allies, but Wi-Fi still falls as round the corner they go. Theo steps off the map. We can see you there, Theo.
You suck.
Arai picks up a double kill as well, and it's goodbye, says Grover for the time being, but 1 minute left on the push, only a third of the way to go. Burrito Esports still have a chance. Team EGR must defend here, however, and they will be set on doing so, maybe even dropping ultimates to be able to achieve this.
3 of them available as well to come out from Burrito. Moving off, dangerous again. Watch your footing this time, Theo. You don't want to fall off twice in one game, jostling like he wants to maybe throw somebody off the map. 45 seconds left to do so. Big grouping here from Burrito up on the high ground. They are moving in. They are collapsing on Shady Shades.
And Buck in Buck Wild does take out Shady Shades. Resets the cooldown. Heroic Leap jumps out to safety for the time being. Is being pressured by Z1 Unknown, but Z1 is very low. In Ice Block will fall as a shot out of Ice Block connects. And also, what's this? No, Hexafire cancelled out. Bird, Bonker, and Bird again. The triple B comes through the kills, and the gore to dismount straight out of spawn. Bird just posing outside of the spawn room. Burrito pushed the payload through. My goodness, flawless victory.
Spunky with some serious highlight Maldamba potential there. Beautiful Dread Serpents coming out. He's standing up, he's waving to the crowd right now. Burrito very satisfied with their performance, and with that they will clinch their spot in the semifinals alongside Abyss out of Oceania.
My goodness, the perfect sweep for Burrito there at the end, and the perfect way to end a day. 3-0 in their set score, undefeated, and what a stark difference from their previous LAN appearance at DreamHack Summer. Really coming back into the swing of things, and you can see all the players now leaving their seats. Team EGR shaking hands and hugging their opponents as they know they've played some damn good Paladins today. And honestly, they're just excited to be here.
Love to see that sportsmanship coming out from both teams here, but that will be it from North American second seed, Team EGR. They do not find their way out of the group stage.
And we can see on the scoreboard quite how one-sided that game was, and again, it comes down to the star playmaker from Burrito. Lazy on Cassie, 23-4 is eliminations to death, a higher streak of 12, topping the damage charts this game with 57,000, 10K above their next highest on, which was really just going to be Bitey and Bonka on Ruckus and Charlene respectively, just doing so much work for their team, so agile, so mobile, demonstrating that champion pool is just bigger than Eevee and they can play more.
A lights out performance from Lazy, one of the many stars on Burrito, each one of them stepping up at one point today to really have some serious highlight plays. Let's take you guys over to the schedule and recap day number 2. Take a quick peek forward at tomorrow where the semifinals will be played.
So, and here we go. Let's check out how the day began and where it will all end on the schedule for Group B. You can see your standings on the left-hand side. In fact, that's Group A, excuse me, District 69. A 3-0, they're your first seed going into the semifinals as well from his group match point. Following up 2-1 set score, QG 1-2 on Black Dragon, 0-3 in District 69, just uncontested all the way through this first day of play on day 1 of hi-rez Expo.
Yeah, flawless against QG. QG, I wish we could see more out of them because there was some serious potential from this Chinese team. A beautiful set they played against Black Dragons, 3-0'd, however, they were against match point D69, keeping up the domination, dropping only one game out on the group stage. That was to match point, the #1 seed out of North America.
Absolutely remarkable score. District 69 just so good at LAN, but speaking of good at LAN, there is no other team that we can talk about today than Abyss, which was one of my highlight teams personally for Group B, which we have just seen coming out a very LAN veteran team and demonstrating their prowess here on a live stage in front of a live audience, which can give some players a bit of the jitters.
Absolutely, they looked so confident throughout the day, never shook, win or lose. They were still just having fun, having a good time up there. Abyss looking so strong. A lot of LAN experience, like you mentioned, across multiple games. Not a lot of experience, not a lot of scrim time for these guys. Both NA and EU, I feel, has kind of slept on them for too long.
Absolutely. It's something which we disregarded. We thought, okay, Abyss, they're sweeping the floor with their opponents back in their home region, but how strong are they going to really match up to America and Europe? And well, I think they demonstrated that wonderfully. But topping the standings for Group B was Burrito Esports. As we said, 3-0 set score, Abyss following up with 2-1, and we have all of our semi-finalists for tomorrow's gameplay.
That is right. It will be Burrito and Abyss out of Group B and Match Point and District 69 out of Group A. So an international upset here. I think that's the one we anticipated, if any, and Oceania really showing up. They had a dominant qualification time, and they really just continuing that dominance throughout the group stage.
If it was going to be anywhere, it would be with Abyss. And now we do have our semi-finals bracket available to us. Let's take a look at that live on your screen and see exactly how the matches will be played.
Yep, and it will be the #1 seed from Group A versus the #2 seed out of Group B. In the other semi-finals matchup, it's going to be the #1 seed from Group B versus the #2 seed from Group A. And it's going to be D69 versus Abyss. That will be the first matchup of the day.
And we do have a slight scheduling change, if I'm not mistaken, just due to the weather conditions that have happened here in Atlanta, Georgia, and maybe are restricting access to the Cobb Energy Center just overnight, whilst there is the chance of some snow. So we will be starting a little bit later than planned, but we have issued updates to that on social media. Nick, when will we be resuming play tomorrow?
It will be at 1:30 p.m. So regardless of your time zone, that's about 2.5 hours after, or 1.5 hours after our normal start time of noon.
And that's just to ensure that we can still have as many people here as possible. Paladins on the big stage has been something we've been waiting for so long. And we're very excited to be able to bring you your semi-finals coming up tomorrow. So who will take the crown in the semis and advance forwards towards the finals? Who will bring their national pride? It could be all EU by the looks of things, but North America and Oceania do want to try and throw a spanner in the works of that, try and cause a little bit more upset. And if there's any team to do so, Abyss, which we saw demonstrating great prowess today, might do so. And Matchpoint, the self-proclaimed #1 team in the world, definitely have something to say about that.
Definitely, and will all be determined, both #1 seeds clashing. As Matchpoint did not come in first in their group, they will be headed to face off against Burrito in the semifinals. And the way that that series went against District 69, and given Burrito's past performance against District 69, I gotta give it to Burrito.
Oh, it's going to be edgy. I think it all comes down to the wire. It all comes down to how the teams play on the day. We've made predictions before, and the teams have shown up drastically to prove us wrong. And with hearing this, I think they are ready to get a well-deserved night's rest and come back raring to go tomorrow. Thank you all at home so much for joining us for Day 2, the Group B Group Play phase here at the Paladins Invitational at hi-rez Expo of 2017. That's all from myself, Vox, and Nick. hi-rez, pretty hair here for today, but as we've said, we will be back tomorrow with more Paladins action. Make sure you follow the channel to receive a notification for when we go live, and we'll see you all in the realm.